The All Gas No Brakes host Andrew has left the show and won't make videos anymore? That's not true. There's no way that's true. Yeah, what do you mean that guy left the show? He is the show. My favorite channel just got ruined. I guess this must be it.
Many of you know.
Okay, I really want to see this because this is a channel I've watched for, like, honestly, there are very few YouTube videos I show my mom or I show my dad. I actually showed them these videos, the All Gas No Brakes videos.
One of my favorite channels on YouTube was All Gas No Brakes. I'm using the past tense because All Gas No Brakes, as we know it, has been put in the dirt, buried, sent straight to hell by a predatory company called Doing Things Media. That is our anime villain for this arc. So just to give a brief background on everything, All Gas No Brakes is a channel fronted by Andrew, who's probably the last great journalist. He is the final raid boss of beautiful journalism. He goes to the goofiest conventions and meetups and puts a mic in front of them and a platform to just express their deepest inner thoughts. A lot of times they come across like actual lunatics right out of a fucking
I wonder why that happens.
asylum, and then other times it's actually pretty informative. Andrew's mic.
I think that actually the did they ever have an actual informative person? Because usually it's like I remember the Bigfoot one, they're interviewing people like, yep, well, I was drunk one night and I fucking fell off my truck and I looked over, I think I saw Bigfoot. That was 13 years ago. And like, that's basically all the people in the videos, you know what I mean? Florida Man too, yeah, exactly.
Microphone is like a Millennium item from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, this shit is an actual magical item that somehow draws out the crazy from anyone he puts it in front of. It's so fun. Like, he'll go to Talladega and he gets like 40 people that for some reason are all talking about butthole. It's incredible. Everything Andrew posted on All Gas No Brakes was gold. I've been a huge fan of the channel for a long time, and seeing him blow up over the last year or 2 years has just been really great because I think he truly deserves it.
Yeah, the video, I think almost everybody that watched the All Gas No Brakes videos really appreciated them. They really, I think that's the word for it. People really appreciated them. They thought they were great fucking videos. And like, I don't, the only thing that gives me any solace in this is the fact that I haven't watched all of them yet. Like, and I still have a few more to go that I still haven't seen. And fuck, man. It's so sad. I'm curious to see what happened.
What he didn't deserve is what Doing Things Media did to him. Just like a bidet, they cleaned his ass. You see, when Andrew was just a young man, a brand new Boy Scout to the internet, Doing Things Media gave him an RV and $4,000, and from that point forward tried to control his entire fucking life. Like the puppet master pulling his strings. They wanted their dick into every single one of Andrew's holes. And recently Andrew made a post on Instagram saying that he no longer makes any money from All Gas No Brakes or the Patreon, so he has really no affiliation with either of those anymore, as those both seem to be controlled by Doing Things Media. This means something must have gone awry with the deal that the two had, and Doing Things Media has completely locked him out of the empire he built. Now, if I had to hop in the mystery machine, eat some Scooby snacks, and take a guess at what went wrong with the contract, I would wager that Doing Things Media was taking an absurdly high percentage, like a lot of these companies used to do, like Machinima and shit.
Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking. This exact shit happened back in Wrath of the Lich King, or it was in Burning Crusade. I remember there was a hunter, wasn't his name Brain Deadly, who made a video, and he came out and he said, I'm quitting YouTube, I'm quitting everything, because I signed this fucking, I made a deal with the devil, and the devil was Machinima. I remember this shit so clearly back whenever I watched it on Warcraft movies. That was the nastiest, slimiest, scummiest, dirtiest, disgusting fucking piece of shit move I could have ever seen, man. And the worst thing about it is these companies, right? They thrive off of taking somebody with a certain degree of promise, investing a small amount of money into them, and then if the person does well at all, they exhume all of the money back out of them and just fuck them over constantly. I just, oh, this is so sad to see. Because, I mean, like, Andrew obviously should have known better to do that kind of stuff, but it's hard to get a fucking RV and $4,000 whenever you're, like, in your 20s. How the fuck are you going to get that? So, yeah, I mean, probably, the thing is, a lot of these people, let's be real. Like, yeah, you're of age. You should read the contract. You should know what the contract is in it. Yes, of course. But let's also not, like, let's just be honest here. A lot of these contracts are predatory. The reason why they're giving him this money is because they think they're going to be able to make a lot more money off of him. So the fact is, like, yes, obviously it is your fault if you sign a contract that is not properly vetted by a lawyer or somebody with legal experience who you trust and you don't fully understand it. That is 100% your fault. Like, you should not do that. But also, the people that are doing it are fucking predators, and more than that, they're parasites. They're fucking parasites, and this is the best example of that I can see. Yeah, it's just like machinima.
As Andrew continued to grow, he became less comfortable with the massive percentage they were taking from his cut.
That's horseshit.
So he probably wanted to renegotiate the contract, to which Doing Things Media pissed their pants, flipped over a desk, and kicked Andrew out of the office, spitting and cursing his name, which leaves us in the situation
That's probably
we're at
what it
now.
was.
I went over and showed a lot about this on stream the other night, so I'm just going to play those clips, and then after that, I'm going to go a little bit more in detail.
Let's see.
All Gas, No Brakes. As many of you know, that was like one of my favorite channels on YouTube. I don't know how many of you know this, but All Gas, No Brakes is dead. Oh, Jesus. Andrew, the guy, is not dead. I mean the channel. Sorry. The channel is dead.
Oh, shit.
So, definitely phrased that poorly.
Oh, shit.
The channel is dead. What happened is the deal between Andrew
a bad one to
and
mess up,
the parent, Doing Things Media, has led to him being thrown off of this channel and the Patreon. So he no longer makes any money from All Gas, No Brakes channel or the Patreon, because Doing Things Media is a predatory piece of shit. Yeah. So All Gas, No Brakes, the channel, is gone. I'm sure they're going to try and move on without Andrew, considering that's all they have. Doing Things Media is truly fucking horrendous. Look at what they own. Literally.
Oh my god. Imagine, like, you can't use that as a fucking homepage on your website. Like, you've got to be a kind of an asshole to use that as the homepage on the picture. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, loved by millions. Well, I think the only love that they have for millions is the money that they're taking from these people. What a ridiculous bit of fucking bullshit this is.
All they have is Instagram meme pages that steal other people's memes.
Wait, what?
And then for some reason, they pages that steal other people's memes.
Wait, this is actually... Oh my god.
And then for some reason, they also had All Gas, No Brakes.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking sad. They really took advantage of it, Andrew. They really fucking did. I was reading about it the other day.
100% they did.
And then, what's his Instagram? Yeah, he talks about it in this... I hate Instagram.
Open it up in a new tab.
But yeah, he made a post kind of detailing what's going on.
You can open up pictures on Instagram without being logged in by opening them up in a new tab.
And pretty much what I just said. Doing Things Media fucked him in the ass raw.
Says, I no longer receive any of the Patreon crowdfunding, YouTube monetization, or any other show income. Nick, Ivan, who lived in the RV with me and created the original show material, are no longer involved. We have no control over the accounts or future probably of the accounts. Holy shit, man. Wow. That's such horse shit, man.
He seems like a really good guy, too. Definitely didn't deserve it. He built that shit from the ground up. Doing Things Media did nothing for him.
True and real.
Well, I mean, they gave him the RV and $4,000.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
I mean, they obviously invested in him whenever he didn't really have a lot of stuff. I mean, like, it's not like, listen, these people are pieces of shit, but they do have to obviously do something good to get their foot in the door. Here's basically what these guys do. Okay, I'm going to explain pretty much how this works. So, let's say they make $1 million off of Andrew. Let's just I'm going to throw out a number, $1 million out of Andrew. And they invest into 100 Andrews. And they put in like $4,000 into 100 Andrews. And there's one Andrew that's actually Andrew. And the other Andrews are actually Bill's, and Bill doesn't do anything. But there's one Andrew. And they make money off of that one person. They still make their money back. And that's what they do. So they invest in a lot of people. They basically, it's like taking it's like you have like a bunch of different birds in like a flock, and you close your eyes with a shotgun and you just start shooting at them. And eventually you're going to hit one. Like, you're probably going to hit one. And the fact is that these guys, they still make money doing it that way. Yeah, they still make money doing it that way, even if they lose money 99% of the time. Because the 1% of the time where they don't lose money, the contracts are so oppressive, the contracts are so controlling, and they're so manipulative, and they're so predatory that they make all of their money back because they can take all of the money from that person. That's basically where it's at.
I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, though. He also has a deal with Tim from Tim and Eric. Mm-hmm. So I believe what's going to happen is Tim's company, Absolutely Productions, are going to fully take on Andrew, and they'll probably create their own thing.
That'd be great.
So it's not completely the end, but All Gas No Brakes, that YouTube channel, is Doing Things Media, and we will probably never see Andrew on that again. Really sad story. Andrew got machinimud. Now, it's important to note that Andrew never says Voldemort's name. He never mentions Doing Things Media. However, he does mention that the root of all the evil that he's experiencing right now comes from a contract that he signed with an employment company that with a production company that loaned him the RV and shit like that, which Doing Things Media did. So, I mean, it's pretty clear that it's most likely Doing Things Media. I'll keep it a little open-ended because ambiguity is pretty cool, I suppose. Creates a nice mystery.
Yeah.
But I think we all know who's behind
video
the
about
mask
it later.
Here. Doing Things Media is a conglomerate, I suppose, that literally only steals memes. Almost everything they own is Instagram meme pages that they lift from Reddit.
Yeah, what a surprise that a company that's based around trying to acquire people that take memes from Reddit and then they put them on Instagram has no real integrity and is predatory and steals people's shit. Yeah, what a huge surprise. I would have never expected that. Wow. This is so ridiculous, man.
And Facebook. It's pathetic. I don't know how they got so lucky to have this golden goose with All Gas No Brakes. It's fucking wild to me. And what's even crazier is they have the chutzpah, the gall, to think that they can continue to run the All Gas No Brakes channel without Andrew. That channel is Andrew's expression. People tune in for Andrew doing these interviews. I don't think there's going to be too...
Well, they tune in for the people, but it's like his insight on how to make the videos. Like, the videos are his idea. Like, you can't just go over... And, like, if I went and I did a video like that, it would probably be relatively the same, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same because that guy's really good at doing that thing. It's just so weird. It's like you have a show that one person is on. It doesn't even make any sense.
Too many people excited to see his season 2 replacement where they bring in fucking Paul Blart to do the interviews at FurryCon or whatever. It's not going to be the same, and people aren't going to watch it as much, and it'll eventually fizzle out and die like a little wet fart into the wind, and All Gas No Brakes, that beautiful channel, will be going out with a whimper instead of a bang.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember Fred? Does anybody remember Fred? This one right here. Where it was like the stupid kid that would make like the really weird noises. And somebody just sold the, whatever it was. They sold the channel. And I think this is it. And at the very beginning of this channel, it was like super, super, super popular. Now, obviously, I don't know why it was popular, and it's disturbing that it was popular, but they clearly sold the channel, and now a lot of the videos aren't even getting anywhere near what the viewership was. Like, some of these are under 100,000 views, whereas before they were getting like tens of millions of views. So this has already happened before. Watch the first video? No.
Because Doing Things Media is greedy and overconfident in themselves. Even on their own website, they say All Gas No Brakes grew on Instagram as if it was their doing. Like, them posting an All Gas No Brakes clip on a fucking meme page of golfers doing things helped him in any way.
Oh, wow.
Andrew grew this shit on his own.
Yeah.
He pulled up his fucking bootstraps, pulled that shit up to his goddamn nipples, and went hard on great content.
Yeah.
Doing Things Media did not grow this channel.
They gave him the money. They gave him the RV. That helped him out a lot. That's definitely true. 100% that happened. But in terms of, like, actually giving him any promotion, fuck no.
Andrew did. And they kicked him out of his baby. It's sad.
Yep.
I really cannot believe the hubris of them to think that this was in any way a good idea. This company should have been fluffing Andrew's dick when it was soft, bending over backwards for him. If he wanted to spit in their face, they should have accepted it with an open mouth. They only have Andrew. Everything else they own is not even close. It's all fucking meme pages that are dying on their own. It makes no sense that they would think that they can strong-arm Andrew when he should have all the power in negotiation since he is their biggest outlet. Now, of course, you could say, oh, but Charlie, some of the pages they own have more Instagram followers than Andrew had subscribers. But there's a big difference between an Instagram follower that doesn't engage with your content, where, like, on fucking golfers doing things, you have 200 likes on the newest post and shit like that, versus a massive YouTube channel pulling in millions of views per video.
It's actually growing, too. Like, you can see some channels and they're actually growing. Like, I don't know, man. It's insane. It's nuts how much Andrew fucked up. He's gonna regret this. He's got to start all over now with no 4K and no camper. True, man. True. Dude, Andrew's fucked, man. It's ridiculous.
Not comparable at all. Andrew, on every single one of their things I looked through, is by far their biggest. And for some reason, they decided to try and slap him around a little bit, and it didn't work. Andrew is no longer associated with it, and I don't understand how Doing Things Media thinks that they were in any way doing a good thing here. They lost their golden goose. It would have made more sense if they just tried to appease him and kept him under the Doing Things Media blanket,
that's what would have made
considering
sense.
He's their most well-known and biggest one. It's
Seems
so fucking
stupid.
dumb.
It's
and
like killing the goose that lays the golden
they take
eggs.
from Patreon, too. Locking him out of his own Patreon.
Stealing that, dude, taking the money from Patreon, man, that is what's, dude, that's so, that's so slimy. Like, it's just fucking like, I can't even imagine doing that. It's so bad. It's so nasty.
Patreon, as if they had any role in that. That's people that directly wanted to support him and the channel, and they're taking that shit away too, which is fucking crazy. So I'm guessing the contract meant that they owned everything. They had a piece of everything Andrew would ever do in his life.
That's what it probably was.
What scared him away from them and their refusal to renegotiate. These are all just guesses, of course, but that's what it seems like based on his Instagram post. And just based on the history of these kind of channels like Machinima and other MCNs like that, they have oftentimes done.
I mean, it's the same shit that fucking student loan companies do too. I mean, it's very, very common. It's extremely common that this kind of shit happens.
Some extremely shady, sketchy, and just disgusting practices, taking advantage of people that are young and don't really know the landscape. It's pathetic, and now YouTube lost one of its most interesting channels on the platform, and it's sad. That's really about it. I just wanted to talk about this because it seems almost nobody knows about this. I know Ethan talked about it on the podcast recently, but that's the only other person I've seen even mention this happening, which is surprising because All Gas No Brakes is beloved on the internet, but it seems like just not a whole ton of people know about this. So hopefully this will let you all know that you can expect some changes in All Gas No Brakes Season 2, if they even try to move on without him, which they shouldn't. And hopefully we'll see more of Andrew and see more of his interviews and his content going forward, where he's probably going to be making some even better stuff with Absolutely. So that's really about it. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, so the thing is, whenever you run into this situation, is that it's always that, like, technically the company, you know, he signed a contract and he's an adult and he should know not to do that, and he should have had it read by a lawyer, and he should have understood it better, and, you know, there's all the things that he should have done, which is true. All of this stuff is definitely true. But the fact is that even with all those things being true, it's still scummy. It's still scummy because, you know,
many of you know,
you know that this kind of stuff is predatory, and they're taking advantage of these people to make money off of them in the most parasitic way possible by controlling as much of their IP as possible. It is nuts, man. Yeah, legal is not morality. Yeah, of course. Like, it's the same thing. I feel the same way about, like, fucking student loans, right? I mean, you get some fucking 17, 18-year-old kid, and you convince him that his life is going to be ruined unless he spends fucking $30,000 on getting an education, and then suddenly this kid is locked into indentured servitude for the next 20 years of his life. Like, yes, obviously, yeah, he's an adult, he signed a contract, but get the fuck out of here. Everybody knows exactly what you're doing. It's disgusting, man. Absolutely fucking disgusting. If only 30K, I'm just putting out a number. Everybody, obviously, it's different for each one. They should change the channel name to All Brakes, No Gas. I mean, that's what it's going to be, because nobody's going to watch the channel if he's not on it. And the reason is because a lot of the people that watched the All Gas, No Brakes, here's the truth. They like Andrew. They like Andrew. And if they feel like he was wronged, they are not going to watch the content on principle. They're not going to watch it on principle. And I think no matter what Andrew decides to do afterwards, he probably has some sort of non-compete, which is why he probably hasn't started another channel, or maybe he's on his way of working with that. I'm not sure. He's still locked into his contract with these guys. I have no idea. Obviously, these kinds of contracts are really complicated, and they're really complicated because they want to make it so hard to understand that people don't try to understand it, and they just sign under the dotted line. So it is intentionally hard to understand. They're intentionally complicated. Here's the video I watched, right? If you guys want to watch, and it's a huge video, right? But I watched. I'll give it some support. All right. Yeah, there it is. And check out Cr1TiKaL's slap fight videos. I've seen some of his videos before. Like, I've watched this guy's videos for many years. And watch the remaining All Gas No Brakes video, please. I feel like, honestly, you know what's really sad is I don't even want to. Because I feel like if I watch that video, I'm giving that company money. Like, it's so fucked up. It's actually so fucked up, because if I watch it right now, I'm giving this company full of parasite pieces of shit, I'm giving them money.